it just depends on like kind of like the context of things. I'm more likely in that case, to be frank, like I just don't care that much about it.
Yeah.
So unless the dog's like a whole bunch like that, I'm just gonna be like, oh, what is it? What is that? Who is that? Who is that?
I don't know if he's talked to you yet.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do that goofy thing?
I would love to teach him to do that.
I never mind it. Yeah.
Like, because that's funny.
Yeah. No, I never mind that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fine. But
yeah, I just have the tendency to kind of be like, all right, I understand that this is a dog, and if they kind of make those little noises, I just go, what is it?
Yeah.
What is that? Instead of trying to make them stop. I know some people don't want them to do it. That's more of the problem. Where they're barking a bunch.
I don't mind that either.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I talk back.
Yeah, so kind of like it's going to be up to you to decide what you're okay with. If you're okay with that, which I mean, like I personally don't mind it, then don't do anything about it. Nope. But if you're not okay with that as an example, then correct it, right? Because like for me, it's like that's where it's like okay, if they've kind of been making a lot of noise and then like they make a loud noise, then I'm like, all right, stop. It's not the right place for it, right? Whereas if we were at the park, I'd be like, oh yeah, what's up? Yeah, what do you see? Yeah, do you see a squirrel? What is it? You know? So dogs can learn context if you're consistent.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Let's go. So what other questions do you have about things you want to see with their training?
It doesn't like coming to mind right now. When you get down the road and the duck.
Oh, this. Yeah.
So with greeting other dog, like if another person, you know, and again, I know we talked about like if we're just cruising an aisle and I just told them to ignore, we just keep on walking, act like it's no big thing, don't make a big deal out of it. But like if there's, you know, like a situation that
I would encourage you to think more about the other dog and whether or not they're safe for them than the reverse. You have more to worry about there than you do them causing problems. Because of their size. So like, I think I have it on video somewhere where like the dog that was in that video that I showed you, Nash, where he kind of like approached them. I think maybe it was Milo. And I was like, nah. Because even though that was after this, because after this, after that correction that I showed you, he didn't do it again. He's walked by a whole bunch of dogs since then and did nothing. That was kind of the point. Right? Single event learning, like, hey, like you can do this, but you cannot ever do that. That's gonna I'm gonna make myself look like a savage in public so that you don't do that because I want you to have a good life. So I'm gonna take the heat on that one and look terrible to a lot of people, but I want you to like live a full life and be able to go places and not have somebody just like being like, oh, scared all the time that you're gonna kill another dog or like launch yourself at them or like go towards them. You know, like I just want them to be able to like take you places like a normal dog and enjoy themselves. But in those kinds of cases, dog this size, I'm not taking the risk only because if it's a different dog and they start to go and they kind of make a little bit of contact, it's like, oh, okay, well, what's the worst it can be? They're dead, potentially, or really messed up, right? So like that kind of thing, that's what I would encourage you to think about when you're letting them breed other dogs is, what's that dog like? Do you know? How well do you know what that dog's like? If the dog is very clearly like a goofball and super friendly and there's not any issues, cool. But if not, then be like, hey, don't let your dog near my dog, please.
Well,
my dog's very small.
When they did their meeting, I kind of, she said, let me go get him, see how they do. We were outside, and I kind of got a little bit perturbed because she brought him out with just the e-collar and not like the leash. To have like a slow like me because they were going to be spending the night with one another. And he's a good dog, and I have been around him, but I didn't know how he was going to react to them.
Right.
You know, and so he did fine, but he came in hot.
Yeah.
Just like Toby did, the smaller dog.
But this time Milo reacted a lot better, right?
Well, initially he reacted bad, but we corrected, and then after about like 5 or 10 minutes, he let him approach him, sniff him, and then he was wary of him.
Yeah.
But they were like side by side, and then that ended up doing fine. But like But like in a situation, you know, and even like when we go back to meet Toby again, you know, the original dog that he went after.
Yeah.
You know, leash on leash and like kind
Can I get a code
of.
one to off four? Can I get
So-
code one to off four? Thank you.
Such an interesting question.
Dog,
Yeah. So like,
how we did Ginger, like circle around and.
I let dogs meet. I watch. That's one. I watch how they approach each other, and there's a couple of things that you should look for.
Yeah.
There's two things you should look for from the other dog that are like they're the biggest and most important things. Is if you've ever seen like the way that dog approached that I showed you,
Yeah.
if they come up like
Right.
kick that dog in the face, like, you know, like seriously, I've done it before.
Yeah,
I've kicked a dog away from
yeah,
a dog I had
yeah.
because I was like, no,
Yeah.
like get out of here, like that's not good.
Right.
Yeah, because the dog in that case the dog was off leash, and I was like, get this dog out of here. I kicked it right in the chest, right?
Yeah.
Do I like kicking dogs? Obviously not, right? But
Right.
like I'm not letting
Yeah.
that dog like attack a dog that I'm with. I'm not letting that happen, right? So if like they come up like that, then like you know watch for that. If they come up fast and they come up kind of like looking weird
Yeah.
like this, then like get rid of that, right?
Yeah.
They don't do that,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
Yeah, but the other thing to watch for is if they're kind of doing this. If the dog is like really frozen up bad,
Right.
there's normally two potential things that are happening there. One is I've had it happen with dogs that are younger and have not had really any interactions with other dogs, and so they're like, "What's going on? Oh my God! Hello? Right?" And that might be fine, because
Yeah.
at worst they might do kind of like, and then it's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
that's not dangerous. But if they freeze up and like they look a little,
Like, yeah.
basically,
Stress them
does
out.
the dog look a little creepy and weird? Then like, okay, then like, don't let that happen, right? But the most important way to like let dogs that are friendly meet, which in my personal opinion, both of your dogs are very friendly towards other dogs, even Milo actually.
Yeah.
So he just has rules for how he wants other dogs to interact with him. Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, like we have rules too. Like if I walked up and like put my head like right on your shoulder, you'd be like, "Ooh, dude, no, creepy.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Personal space."
Yeah.
So like, but different people feel differently about like how those bubbles work, right?
Yeah.
So, with that greeting, the most important thing is not to pressurize it
Okay.
yourself, because and that's the risk with a leash. As an example, there's a big difference between this is retractable leash, obviously, so like they can feel very much like there's not any pressure on the end of this. So if they're walking up, say you're a dog, right, and they come up to you like they are right now, and they're kind of like, "Oh, hello," and there's no pressure on this, everything's cool, right? But if you pressurize the situation and kind of go, oh, and they're having to pull against this to get there, then that adds
Okay.
tension and frustration to the mix. And so then what happens a lot of times is you might have two dogs that would meet each other totally fine and not have any problems greeting each other, but because you have on both ends, from that dog and this dog, an owner on the end that's kind of nervous about their dog meeting another dog, and they're like, and so then both ends, they're pulling against that,
Yeah.
and they're getting frustrated, and they kind of like,
Yeah.
and then like it causes a problem that wouldn't have happened if there hadn't been any pressure on it.
Code one,
Right.
aisle 30 plumbing.
So that's one thing, is like make sure there's no pressure on the situation,
Aisle 30.
Okay.
and then just observe.
Okay.
And if you see that they're having a problem, just step in, but without panicking, if that makes sense. So don't go. Instead, just be like, "Hey, dude, like, knock it off," right? So if Milo does something dumb, either depending on what he did, then like, you either back the other dog off. If he just goes
Yeah.
and the other dog doesn't catch the hint to
Right.
back off him a little bit, then be like, "Hey, Toby, come on,
Yeah.
give him some space."
Yeah.
And that's all that needs to happen. If Milo goes, "Arr!"
Yeah.
then punish
Right.
that. I don't think he'll do it,
Right.
to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do it. But you can also make things a lot easier for him.
Yeah.
where he has to have less impulse control with that, and where it's more fair to him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you, I always think about it like, like when you're kids, if it always feels really unfair if you get like punished, and the other kid was like taunting you, and you like snapped finally, like they were bothering you, and you were finally like, dude, get away from me.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, dude, that's not nice. Don't say that to him. And you're like, you didn't see this whole time what he was doing? You didn't stop him with, and now I'm in trouble? How does that make sense, So like I think the same way with that kind of thing. Like if he doesn't like it, but then like I think I have a short little clip actually. I have several clips that are embedded in longer videos, but I have one that's only that.
Josie, sit. Josie, sit. Sit.
All right, try telling her nope.
Nope. Josie, sit. Sit.
Milo's like, I'm sitting.
Josie, sit.
Okay, so what she's doing there is she's freezing up a little bit. Let me not hit you, sorry. Josie, sit. Nope. Nope.
Fulfillment, call 4447, please.
Nope.
Fulfillment, call 4447.
There we go. Good. And so you saw she sat there. Really, the only thing that I see that you're that you're having a problem with there is just be a little bit more like, dude, you have to do it. Like, do it now. Like, you do it.
Right.
Do it now.
Okay.
Right. And then she did sit. Right.
Yeah.
But then like what you might be feeling there is like she kind of looks a little bit like, whoa. Right.
Right.
But the important part is making the release command like as like cracked out as possible. Where it's like as like it is as rewarding as possible.
Yeah.
Because there's two things that are incompatible that cause problems. So if you go, okay, Josie, Milo, come here, right? So that probably feels weird. I'm sorry, that feels weird, doesn't it? Here, come on. Yeah. If I go, okay, Josie, Milo, sit. Good, sit. Hey, sit. She's kind of doing it down there. Sit. Okay, down. We'll work with the down. She likes it better. Down. Good. Down. Just get this leg down. Right. So if you get there, and so then if they look a little like suppressed, which Josie did like earlier when I was trying to get her sit, she doesn't look very suppressed in the down. Then you can quickly change their feeling about it if you go, no. Nope. Right? You can quickly change their feeling about it if you go, okay, whoa, yeah, oh, good job, guys. Yes, it's good. Okay, let's go. Right? You can quickly change their like how they're feeling by doing it that way.
Okay.
So that's what you'll want to do is just change their feeling quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and I think that's what I was experiencing too, because like I say, I put up a gate at the kitchen so I cook in case like I drop onions and things like that. I think you should have. So we were working on our sit, and it's like I would tell him, and he would do the best he could. But I tell her to sit, and she'd look at me, and then walk underneath my chair, and like it's covered, but she can get under it and you can't see her. And so it's like I'd give her a command and she'd run and go hide under the chair. And I'm like, what in the world? Like I haven't done and it's like
She would go hide under the chair?
Yeah, and she would just like, nah, I'm not doing this, and then walk away. And then when I'm giving him the treat because he did the good job, and then she's like, oh, okay, give me that. And I'm like, no, that's, you shall not pass. So that was kind of like my concern with her, and I was like, reaching out to you, like, I don't know what she's like 0%.
Yeah.
And maybe she wasn't 0%. I was just user error.
Right. So what you might want to, so here's the way that I kind of think about that scenario most of the time, and it's true of Josie.
Yeah.
I happen to know that because of work. There's two potential problems there, and it can be like a kind of hybrid. For her, it's about 90% one thing and about 10% the other thing,
Okay.
right? So, and it'll change how you react to it. So when they do that kind of thing where they kind of like go and like hide under something or something like that, it could be that they're confused and afraid. That's possible, right? That's why they hide, because they don't know what they're supposed to do, and they're like, and so they freak out and leave, right? That's possible. The other possibility is that they don't want to do it, and so then they're like, I'm gonna go hide, and then one might think, okay, well, why would they do that?
Yeah.
Probably the first time they did it because they were just trying stuff.
Right.
And then why would they have a habit of doing it? The only reason that would turn into a habit is if it worked.
Okay.
So like, if they kind of go hide under the chair or something like that, or they kind of like, you know, or like under the, like a car or like under something else, then, because she did that to me a couple of times where we were out walking together and she would like go under the truck, try to get away from me, and I was like,
yeah. Right.
because the reason I think that she's doing it is because she figured out that it worked somehow, and then so like the way it would like work for them is if you were like trying to get them to do something, and then they like went and hid, and if our reaction was like is everything okay? I was like, oh, you know, and then we kind of like pick them up and like, and then they don't have to do it. They're like, oh snap, that was cool. Like, because all they figured out is, okay, doing that turned the pressure off. Because we were putting pressure on them to do something.
Right.
They went and hid, pressure turned off. And so they're like, that's what I'm supposed to do. That works.
Gotcha.
That's how I turn the pressure off.
Yeah.
So then what we actually did, and I'll use nerdy dog trainer lingo. I try not to use it all the time, but basically that's why you like to say it worked for them. But we negatively reinforced that thing.
Right.
So we made that thing more likely to happen now, that they're going to do that more. It's more often, because they're like, oh wow, that functioned very well. That's exactly what I wanted, is for the pressure to go away. So that is like, I think 90% of the case of what's like happened with her. I don't think it's a lot of like a problem. I think she has clarity, but like in the wrong direction. She has clarity that works. And so the only way to reverse that for her is to go, that ain't gonna work, right? So like my default reaction to something like that is like, no,
Yep.
that is not going to work. And what I'll end up doing is being like, no. I actually turn pressure up
Okay.
when they hide from me like that, unless there's something else going on.
Right.
But in this case, there's not. Right? Like if there's like some kind of weird thing happening where like they're like,
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, we need to like change direction here and try some other things and get you more engaged with me and improve the relationship and play with you and get a lot of play going and do all that stuff first, and then we'll revisit this. But like if I think that they're just like, that worked really cool, then I'm gonna be like, that's not gonna work at all. Then I'm gonna be like, okay, you go hide, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Right? So then I'm going to kind of be like, nope, you're not going to do that. That's not going to work, mister. Or that's not going to work, little girl, like that. No, and then I'm going to like pull them out of there.
Right.
And then make sure they still do it.
Okay.
Because then they're going to be like, all right, that doesn't work. And that's going to be blocked off as an option. And they're going to like, okay, I'm not going to do that. And so they'll stop trying that. Yeah.
And for like in the house, if we were doing like reinforcing and like still continuing to practice what they've learned, do I just need to put the e-collar on, or do I need to have the prongs on and something attached that I can pull on, or
right.
so
Yeah.
if we're working on it?
That's a good question.
Or
So
just let them be themselves in the
Yeah.
house and maybe like be more
depends.
intentional about when we're working on.
Yeah, you can be very intentional about when you're working on it, but you can also work on it any time. Because, I mean, technically you can access that kind of thing anytime. You can make it not work for them, even if they're not wearing any tools. The tools just make it a lot simpler. Like, as an example, like a leash. The leash makes it where you can access your dog from a certain distance, right? And so, like, the retractable leash makes it where you can access your dog from a lot further. But
ideally, I'd like to give them a commands. Nothing.
Exactly, yeah. And so
they listen.
that's the e-collar helps with that a lot, right?
Right.
So you pair the e-collar with the leash, and you make it where like, okay, no, you still have to do it regardless, right? But because they've been trying that hiding thing, if they hide from this, then it's very helpful. It's very helpful then to have a leash, because then you can pull them out of there and be like, that's not gonna work. But you tap the e-collar first.
Yeah.
So then you're affecting them from a distance, which is what I've been doing. But then to go off of that, ideally they never learned that, and so then you don't have that to work through. But ideally you don't have to. You can just tap the e-collar and they've learned that way. Look at them. They're so goofy. You're just goofy. Goodness gracious. You're so freaking cute, man. Oh god, especially for some reason Josie is just like ridiculously cute to me. It's just her face. Look at that face.
Well, everybody loves her initially, and then she starts kissing them, and they're like,
And they're like, whoa, ow, yeah, my
And they're like,
my face.
"What they call it?"
Yeah.
Big boy.
No, so
Okay.
what you could do, what I would do is have the e-collar on them, but then also have the prong collar on them, because little known fact, this is secret knowledge. Secret knowledge is that you do not need a leash attached to the collar to use the collar. You can just grab it. Yeah, you can just grab it and do whatever you got to do with it and be like, hey, well, you can still correct them. Or you don't even need the collar at all. I just prefer the collar. It's a lot easier, and it doesn't have any side effects. Whereas like if you pop them on the snout, then they're going to have this weird thing where they kind of back away from your hand when you go to pet them, and I don't like that. Yeah, I want them, when my hand comes towards them, I want them to go, yay!
Right.
Not, oh, and then yay.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to have any doubts about that at all. So that's why I think that the tools are way better. They make things a lot simpler, and they avoid a lot of side effects. So the way they used to do a lot of off leash, they would use what's called a throw chain. It's like a big metal chain that you throw at the dog. Yeah, that's how they did it back before e-collars. That's why when people are like, "Oh, those e-collars are torture devices," I'm like, "You want to throw chains at them again?"
Right. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Or the other thing they used to do is they'd shoot BBs at them. They'd shoot them in the butt with a BB. Yeah. Worked. Like I could train a dog that way. It works.
Shooting it.
I just have no desire to, because I could, use an e-collar instead. It's a lot more precise.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Hello. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you can do
Oh my god.
So what other questions do you have here?
I think that's everything.
That's it for now?
And I'll not message you for 2 weeks.
Oh no, message me as much as you want. For 2 weeks I might not see them.
Okay.
Yeah, because I intentionally it's the reason that I like to go on cruises. I've only been on 2 ever, and the first time I went on one, I was like, this is the most heavenly relaxing thing that I've ever done in my entire life.
Never been.
And it's if your life is at all stressful at any point, I highly recommend that you do it. It is the best, because it's the only time in my entire adult life that I have not been able to have someone bother me.
Yeah.
So to speak. Like, I'm unreachable because I don't purchase any internet package. I get nothing. I don't want anything. I want zero access. I want my phone to be like a rock. It just sits over there. All I can do is, like, if I have something pre-downloaded on it, I could watch that or do something like that, but I have no service at all. I have zero cell service. I have zero internet connection. I have nothing.
Yeah.
And then on a cruise ship, I have zero responsibilities.
Right.
There's nothing I'm supposed to do other than, like, I don't know, like hang out with my wife and kid.
Yeah.
And whoever else I went with, and like that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only responsibility that I have, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everywhere else, like for the rest of my life, it's like 100 people need me at any given time, and I'm like, so I'm like always on the on the horn,
That alone sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Somebody hit the button on the EMP.
Yeah, like I need nothing. Yeah, it was heavenly. And so then I was like, I'm doing this again. I want to do this like as many times as possible. That's my favorite way to vacation for sure.
Yeah,
so.
our mission trips, like they're work, but we don't have we turn them phones down, we turn them off, or we're like, engrossed in that, and that is like,
and
even
like,
though we're working, I'm like,
I don't feel guilty.
Is like,
hey, I have no access. Nobody has access to me right now, and that's why I want it. Is like I need like at least that period of time where like I'm not accessible, because I'm accessible all the time.
They're right here with me and
everywhere else. Yeah.
And I can turn it off. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, for
Look,
sure.
You're sitting so pretty when she ain't told to.
Yeah, you're so beautiful. Alright, so good shit.
Okay.
Well, let me let you hold these for a second.
Gonna be like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. And I'll go use the bathroom real quick, and then I think I still have all I think I'll have is the DocuSign for you.
Okay.
I'll see. I'll